Regarding leadership, whether you're in charge of a class, you're in charge of a group, you're in charge of an institute, or you're in charge of the family, what happens is very easy to lose sight of what it's like for those in those shoes. There's you see this very easily. Like for example, Imam Muhammad rahmatullahi alayhi, those who are doing hidayah will know this, that regarding one type of impurity, there's two types of impurity, khafifa and ghalidha, and the fiqh of this is that they have different leeways, different tolerance levels, which will invalidate your salah. So he was living in one city. When he moved to another city, then he saw the people, and then he moved to another city called Rai. And there when he saw how difficult it was for the people, based on his categorization, he changed the categorization, he adjusted it to make it easier for the people. Because when you're actually involved in something, you can see the difficulty and the hardship. Sometimes there was one the England cricket captain a long time ago. Not a long time, very long time, a long time ago, his name was Kevin Peterson. So he was a very talented player. So I think he said later on that because I was very talented naturally and he was a very good batsman, that it was very difficult for me to understand why other players can't perform to that level. So because of that, I was not a very good captain. He understood that later on. So sometimes when you're in a different position, you don't understand the difficulties that a person will be going through at the bottom. So you say a captains, you give an analysis of a ship. They need to see the ship from the crew's perspective, not what it's like for you. So for example, I'll give you a simple example. If you look in Masjid Nabawi, look at a video about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there was no AC units on top of in the Rawda, where the Imam performs Salah. But when the Imams, when they move to the Rawda, so before they perform at the front of the Masjid, Taraweeh and all the Salawat, but when they move to perform Salah in the Rawda, then afterwards they install air conditions, because now the administration could tell how hot it was there, how warm it is there. So similarly, our example, my personal example, is that in the madrasa we have 2 stories, downstairs and upstairs. So the upstairs the sisters, downstairs is the brothers. Now upstairs get a lot hotter than downstairs, but we teach downstairs, so we never experience what it's like. Now in the summer hot days, upstairs gets very hot compared to downstairs, but downstairs is manageable and it's hot, but manageable. Now one day after the sisters had left, and I went upstairs to get a book, and I went upstairs and it was extremely hot, like the heat from the way the building is located. That's when I realized, wow, this is very difficult for them. So we're not in somebody else's shoes, you're not experienced what they experience. If they had complaints saying it's very hot, I can say, no, it's difficult. We manage it downstairs, but downstairs and upstairs were different. So sometimes you don't see what somebody else is experiencing. So as a leader, it's very, very important to, before making judgment, before showing that, okay, you're not working as hard, you don't know what, you don't put yourself in their shoes, what it's like for them. Everybody has different circumstances, etc.